you don't mind me asking, but honey, why did you and your ex-husband get a divorce? I don't mind. I'm not ashamed of my past. My past is what brought me here. I've learned my lessons, and I'm better for them. That's a very good mindset. In 1981, my then husband of 6 years, Harold, he opened up his very own medical practice. He's a dentist. I was so proud of him. I helped him set up the whole office. We were so excited to start a new venture. Well, 6 months later, he comes home and I smell some perfume on him. So I asked him flat out, "Are you fooling around?" At first, he did not admit to it, but then he ended up telling me that yes, he was, and that he was in love with his dental hygienist, Kimberly. Oh, that is unacceptable. How dare him? You have his children, you help him with his business, and he does that? As you can imagine, I was very, very upset. I turned over tables in our house. I broke all our wedding china. Honey, I would have broken everything in the house, too. I even pulled the telephone out the wall. Harold and I, of course, separated. He went to stay with his mistress, and I stayed at the house with the kids. Now, 2 weeks later, there was a mysterious fire that broke out at his medical offices, burnt it right to the ground. It was very unfortunate, and what was even more unfortunate is I was the prime suspect. I said, "Officers, as God is my witness, I would never, ever, ever do something like that." Well, I would have burnt the place down. They said, "Well, we have evidence to prove otherwise." I said, "What evidence could you possibly have?" They said, "Well, ma'am, we found your lipstick at the scene." I said, "My lipstick?" They said, "Yes." "Are you serious?" They said, "Yes, your husband identified it as the rouge that you wear." What a loser! And my heart broke into 1,000 pieces. And I realized that my husband not only never loved me, but never knew me at all, because I have never, ever worn rouge. That's true. I ain't never seen you in rouge. That is very hurtful. A man doesn't even know what color lipstick you wear? The case was presented to a grand jury, and they decided that they wanted to indict me. So we went to trial, but I had very good representation, and life goes on. Well, I am very, very happy to hear that justice was served. Honey, I'm so sorry you've been through this. Thank you, ladies. You ain't ever gonna catch me in rouge. That's right. Don't ever you wear that rouge.